6, 5, man lost it on the way in. Ball knocked away. Relaford at 2, launches it mid-court, buzzer. Bottom! He hit it, and Alabama's won it.
He is the best play-by-play guy I've certainly ever been around and heard.
From his courtside seat, Chris Stewart has described some miraculous finishes to Crimson Tide basketball games.
He'll run the baseline. Sexton gets it. 3 seconds. 2. Sexton at 1 for the win. It's gone! It's gone! It's gone!
In the span of 20 months, Stewart has written 2 personal comeback stories. He suffered a stroke in April 2018, and last August he was back at Brookwood Baptist Medical Center after developing a serious infection while recovering from heart bypass surgery.
The failure with lungs, kidneys, liver, had pneumonia. Basically, if you could have it, I had it. I was in a bad spot.
Did you ever think there was a point where you were going to lose him?
Yes. I don't think I realized how sick he was the first couple of days. He was sick. Like one doctor said, he was as sick as he could be without dying. So those first couple of weeks, just seeing him in a coma, and it was hard. It was hard.
There was a time that was very vivid in my mind where I felt like I heard whoever it was from a medical standpoint make the statement, he's gone, you can bring the family in. And then I remember vividly hearing, wait, not yet. I believe in God, I believe in heaven. I felt like I was very, very close to being there.
Once out of the coma, he was not out of the woods.
How hard was it to keep fighting?
There were days that were so tough you wondered if it was worth it.
There were times where we thought he was giving up, because he was just so tired and had been so sick, and trying to show him what all he had to fight for.
In late September, Stewart got a visit from his 8-year-old son, Hudson, the first time he had seen him in 30 days. Kids under 12 are not usually allowed in the ICU. In this case, the hospital made an exception.
So once he saw him, he kind of, lit a spark in him, and he started doing more. I think that was just the medicine that he needed.
On November 5th, Stewart was moved to Spain Rehab Center.
He was just pretty debilitated, weak, poor endurance. He really, it was a struggle for him a lot of days just to sit up on the side of the bed.
A lot of what he needed was just a push to keep on going, to get to the side of the bed and to make that be okay, make that be enough for that day, because that was a struggle. The first week even, getting up out of the bed was sometimes a whole therapy session.
As the days went by, the old Chris returned, along with that sense of humor.
He would crack us up every day.
I'm not going to dunk it when I get to the other end of the hall.
I think that carried him through to be positive. He's really hilarious.
And that took him through a lot of the sessions too, using his humor and personality to get him through the tougher days.
Another mission of rehab was to get the voice of Alabama basketball back to full strength.
The most functional therapy for him to work on getting his head back in the game, quite literally, and his breast support was another one of our biggest goals, was actually doing play-by-play.
How's your play-by-play practice been going with Charlotte?
It's good.
Lewis, working off of a screen, works it right side, Petty, step back, fall away, 3, bottom.
I will never forget the first time we did it for about 1 minute.
Jones, working against the defender, crosses over, goes down the lane, puts it up with the right hand off the glass, got it to go.
And then we took a break because he was a little bit out of breath. And he put his head back on the bed and closed his eyes and just said, dang, that felt good.
91 days after entering the hospital in August, Stewart came home from Spain Rehab on November 26th.
Welcome home.
He continues outpatient physical therapy with Kathy Pinion.
Go a little side to side. Make him reach. Make him reach.
He calls Kathy, Karen Culverhouse, Abby Heredia, and Charlotte Rogers Chris's angels.
Abby, Karen, and Charlotte, and now Kathy, the care they've given me. And it's really taken me from a spot where you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you're not getting anywhere to, okay, I've got a chance to be normal again.
Normal also means back to being a dad to daughter Ann, sons Hudson and Parker, a husband to wife Christy, who he calls beyond special.
I was having a rough night, rough day. And she grabbed my hands and looked at me and said, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health. And I can't tell you what that did for me.
Tuesday, December 17th, Stewart walked into Legacy Arena to watch Bama practice before their game the following night against Samford. There were hugs, handshakes from every member of the team.
That was neat. To do things where I feel normal again really meant a lot. The way they received me was more than I could have expected.
To see him walking, you know, on that reel, walking into the arena with no assistive device and hugging people and standing, you know, it's very exciting.
100,000 views on Twitter.
Of
that video. Well, what about that?
Slow news day.
January 4th, Stewart plans to resume play-by-play duties when the Tide opens SEC play at Florida. His first home game will be January 8th when the Tide plays Mississippi State.
I'll be grateful and appreciative if things are going well, and probably it'll be after it's over with that part will hit me.
You know, I may be over there balling. Chris will be professional and say all the right things. I'm going to say probably a bunch of stupid stuff, but I will be so excited, thrilled.
I know he's ready, so it'll be good. It'll be good to see him be normal again.
But I genuinely feel like with the progress I've been able to make so far, that I'll be ready to go, and I'm excited about that.
Have a Merry Christmas. Tell Christy we said hi.
Hopefully I'll see y'all before. I'll be there